March 11, 2011, one of the most powerful earthquakes ever recorded struck Japan. Buildings swayed, roads split apart, and a massive tsunami rushed toward the coast. To much of the world, it looked like a nation on the brink of collapse. But something remarkable happened. Many skyscrapers remained standing. Bullet trains stopped safely, emergency systems activated within seconds, and millions of people responded with surprising calm. How can a country that faces thousands of earthquakes continue to thrive? Welcome to Wonder Doc's studio. Today we're uncovering the real reason Japan keeps surviving earthquakes. Before we answer that question, we first need to understand what an earthquake really is. Deep beneath the Earth's surface, enormous slabs of rock are constantly pushing against one another. Over time, pressure builds silently underground. When the rocks finally break free, that stored energy is released as powerful seismic waves, causing the ground above to shake. But if earthquakes can happen in many parts of the world, why does Japan experience so many? The answer lies beneath the islands themselves. Japan sits at the meeting point of four massive tectonic plates: the Pacific Plate, the Philippine Sea Plate, the Eurasian Plate, and the North American Plate. These plates are always moving, slowly colliding and sliding past one another. Although they shift only a few centimeters each year, they store tremendous energy beneath the surface. When that pressure is suddenly released, an earthquake is born. Despite covering less than 1% of Earth's land area, Japan experiences around 10% of the world's recorded earthquakes. Thousands are detected every year. Most are too small to notice, but the strongest have changed the country's history forever. And those disasters taught Japan one important lesson: not how to stop earthquakes, but how to survive them. Japan wasn't always as prepared as it is today. The first major turning point came in 1923, when the Great Kanto earthquake devastated Tokyo and Yokohama. Entire neighborhoods collapsed, fires spread rapidly, and more than 100,000 people lost their lives. The disaster transformed Japan's approach to city planning and building safety. More than 70 years later, another tragedy struck. In 1995, the Kobe earthquake destroyed roads, bridges, and thousands of buildings, claiming over 6,000 lives. The disaster exposed weaknesses in older construction and led to even stricter earthquake-resistant building standards. Then came Japan's greatest test. On March 11, 2011, a magnitude 9.0 earthquake shook the country's northeast coast. The tsunami that followed swept away entire communities and triggered the Fukushima nuclear disaster. Yet engineers around the world noticed something extraordinary. Many modern buildings had survived the earthquake itself. How? The answer lies in a completely different way of thinking about earthquakes. Instead of trying to fight nature, Japan designs buildings to move with it. The first approach is taishin, or earthquake-resistant construction. Buildings use reinforced concrete and high-strength steel to remain structurally stable during intense shaking. But strength alone isn't enough. That's where seismic, or vibration control, comes in. Hidden dampers inside skyscrapers absorb part of the earthquake's energy, reducing dangerous movement throughout the building. Engineers then push the idea even further. What if a building could avoid much of the shaking altogether? This led to mention, also known as base isolation. Special rubber and steel bearings separate the building from its foundation, reducing the movement transferred from the ground. Surprisingly, this idea has ancient roots. For centuries, Japanese pagodas survived earthquakes using a central wooden pillar called the shinbashira, which helped the structure flex instead of collapsing. Modern engineers adapted the same principle using advanced materials and technology. Some skyscrapers also contain enormous tuned mass dampers, massive suspended weights that move opposite the building's motion, helping stabilize the structure during powerful earthquakes. But buildings are only part of Japan's defense. The country also operates one of the world's most advanced earthquake early warning systems. Thousands of sensors detect the first, faster-moving seismic waves and instantly send warnings across the country. Within seconds, smartphones receive alerts, bullet trains brake automatically, elevators stop safely, and gas systems shut down before the strongest shaking arrives. Those few seconds can save countless lives. But Japan's greatest strength isn't hidden inside its buildings. It lives in its people. Preparation isn't something that begins after a disaster. It begins long before one happens. Regular drills, strict safety planning, and continuous improvements have become part of everyday life. Earthquakes will never stop. The tectonic plates beneath Japan will continue to move, and future earthquakes are inevitable. Yet Japan has shown the world that survival isn't about overpowering nature. It's about understanding it, preparing for it, and learning from every challenge. The ground beneath Japan will continue to shake, but as history has proven, Japan will continue to stand. Because there are wonders hidden everywhere, and every wonder has a story. This is WonderDoc Studio.